Buonasera a tutti e benvenuti ad una nuova live di Medio Oriente e dintorni. Lo anticipo già, io sono un po' in ritardo, penso che sia leggermente in ritardo anche l'ospite e quindi se mi vedete ogni tanto che mi muovo, faccio cose strane è per quello. Detto ciò, io adesso sto parlando in italiano, tutta la live sarà tutta in inglese perché il nostro ospite appunto è un artista egiziano che io poi non lo so, magari lo scopriremo insieme che parla in maniera fantastica l'italiano, però ecco do per scontato che la lingua migliore per esprimersi sia l'inglese. Quindi non vi preoccupate né niente, il mio inglese è abbastanza basic, quindi non ci saranno cose particolari e niente. Io intanto vi faccio compagnia mentre aspettiamo sia l'ospite, sia appunto di che finisca, io di fare 2 piccolissime cose, però son proprio robe piccole che non vedrete e non sentirete neanche. Anticipo anche che questo è un ospite che io ho tenuto molto appunto ad avere, un ospite che penso che sia veramente, veramente bravo, veramente, veramente talentuoso, un ospite che ci saprà far viaggiare con la fantasia al di là appunto delle cose classiche e vedere un qualche tipo di universo nuovo, mai conosciuto e che penso che sia anche molto, molto interessante. Niente, questa diciamo è una piccola introduzione, poi non vedo l'ora che appunto arrivi lui in maniera tale da far parlare più lui e rendere tutto ancora più interessante. Ho visto che mi ha appena messo like alla cosa, aspettate magari mi comunica okay, mi ha detto, quindi fra poco dovrebbe esserci. Nel caso state, guardando questa live appunto con un cioè in differita, potete serenamente andare avanti, non vi preoccupate perché tanto fra poco arriverà l'ospite. Se avete qualche domanda nel frattempo scrivete pure, scrivete volentieri. Per quello che posso rispondere ci penso io, per quello che appunto dovrà rispondere l'ospite, appunto, ci penserà lui appena arriverà. Se avete qualche dubbio appunto di come si scrivono le varie cose in inglese, io vi consiglio di utilizzare Translate, non perché Translate sia il migliore traduttore della terra, ma perché Translate è quello che tendenzialmente utilizzano tutti, quindi è molto facile che anche l'altra persona in questo momento abbia aperto, Translate appunto e che scriva la domanda. Vi ricordo anche che all'interno della descrizione dell'evento trovate anche appunto i suoi link per vedere un po' di fatto, i suoi lavori e via discorrendo. Detto ciò, io adesso mi taccio, non tanto perché appunto, sia arrivato, ma perché ho quasi finito di fare la piccolissima cosa che vi dicevo prima. Quindi ripeto, state ascoltando questa live in differita, andate serenamente un po' avanti. Non vi preoccupate, tanto appena sentirete qualche rumore e cose speciali vorrà dire che dovete tornare indietro. Io in questo preciso istante vi lascio un attimo, ma ho ancora le cuffie, così appena arriverà il nostro ospite farò parlare lui. Pa, 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 pa. Nel frattempo, ripeto, se aveste qualsiasi tipo di domanda, fatelo pure. Arabia e compagnia. Ahí va. Tu, tu, tu. Questa sì che sarà una live interessante, partiamo proprio col piede giusto. Ecco, how are you? Sorry because I'm doing one thing, but I think that it's wonderful if you use this time to present you, to say how are you, what is your work, and yeah, a little presentation. So I think it's wonderful.
I'm
Uh,
sorry, I can barely hear you.
you can
I can barely hear you. Like I
barely.
can barely. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
sorry
can you
because
like I'm my phone. Like I'm using my phone.
okay, barely because
And yeah.
I'm
Um.
like a bear.
Like try to close the mic to your maybe.
Yeah, problem solved.
Hello.
Hello, do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand you very
Okay.
well, but the thing is like the way the voice are very low.
Okay, but it is a problem if I speak like this. You understand better?
Maybe you can
Like,
use the mic of the phone will be better.
yeah, I'm
What do you
using
think?
this.
Oh, all right. So
Maybe it's
maybe
not
it's my own
good.
problem.
If you understand me, there is no problem because I think then if you understand me, wonderful. You understand me now?
I'm
Yes.
trying.
No. You are
I'm
trying.
trying to
Okay.
hear you. It's like
O-
your voice are so low. You can't even like
Okay. So I
imagine how I barely can listen.
1 minute because I'm looking if it's no microphone
Wait.
should be correct, but
All
let's
right.
try.
Now it's way better.
I'm
It
doing.
was my
Uh,
problem. Yeah, it was
no,
my
maybe
own
it's
problem.
mine. Maybe it's mine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry for this. It's like I'm not used to this. Now it's better.
Now you understand me.
Yeah, yeah, very well.
Oh, okay,
Let's
better.
find a good angle.
Okay,
All
better
right.
than before.
Yeah, it's way better now.
Oh,
How about
wonderful.
me? Like, is it good?
Yeah, yeah, I understand perfect you.
Yeah,
كله
great.
تمام زيك.
كله زي الفل. الحمد لله. الحمد لله
الحمد
كله بخير.
لله.
Are
الحمد
you
لله.
like have the Egyptian roots,
No,
or
I
do you
have
have
a
like
lot of Egyptian friends.
yeah?
This,
You gain a new one. You just gain a
yeah,
new one.
my mother come
Great.
from Naples, and everybody then come from Egypt and go to Naples. Say then Naples and Cairo is the same, completely the same.
Yeah, it's have like the same. I actually have like friends from Naples. I don't know it's located in the south of Italy, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's so close to like have the same vibe of Alexandria here. Alexandria here is in the north of Egypt.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's so similar. Like have the similar vibes, even the similar streets. I also know that they also have the rubbish in the streets, like
yeah.
Egypt.
This also
Yeah,
Rome.
yeah,
Even Rome is the same in this period. In this period, you can find also uh, animals in Rome. In Naples, fortunately, just mouse. Mouse a lot maybe, but no other animals. If you want to see other animals, you need to go to Rome in this period. It's not something good, but everybody say, "Oh, Italy, completely wonderful." Yeah, yeah, completely wonderful, but we have our problems, our
yeah.
problem.
Of course, like it's not heaven, bro. Like every place in this world, like have good things and bad things. Like for me, Egypt have also like great things. Like Egypt, for me, have like very unique places. The ancient heritage, especially like the touristic places. Like you won't see like the pyramids anywhere else. You won't see the temples of the pharaonic era anywhere else. So yeah, so the thing is, we try to put the spot and good things. So yeah,
Yeah,
in
this
good
Rome are
things,
good.
yeah, yeah, on the beauty, and we actually use our art to put this spot. Yeah.
Let's talk about you now. We talk a little like this, but I want to if I would like to know your story because I only know that you are a really great artist, but all the other things I don't know. So I'm really curious
Yeah.
about how you arrived to this and what is your life? Who are you?
All right. I'll tell you my background. First, I live in Cairo, Egypt. I'm 23 years old, and I just graduated from like I'm a new fresh graduate. My major was like tourism guidance.
Hmm.
So basically, I have like a background of the touristic places in Egypt and the archaeological places. This is give me like the give me the inspiration to for my art and especially the digital art. Um, so yeah, this is like quickly who I am. Um, the thing about the art
Yeah.
um, is totally the inspired from like from what I actually see like like spiritually the especially like streets here like ancient Islamic Cairo especially um, uh, I had like first like the inspiration came when I was like in a visit in the streets of Cairo, ancient Cairo. It was like for study, and I was so amazed, like oh my god, this treasure in my city I never visited before. I was like, yeah, I was shocked. Of course, I talk like some bigs. First, I was like posting like and on my Instagram. I was if you check out my Instagram, you'll see like photographs and reels. This is how it started. So yeah, I saw a lot of visuals art in Cairo, and I still willing like to see more and more. Like I have seen like a tiny part of the big picture. So yeah, this is how the inspiration came from. Like when I was young, I always wanted to draw, and but no one teach me or no one like told me how to draw. So basically, when I discovered this new technology, the artificial intelligence, like I'm not gonna say I'm an artist, to be honest. Like I'm not an artist, but you can say I use my imagination very well.
Yeah. But for me, you are an artist because honestly, I think then if there is some place, then the Hollywood, for example, or even all the film producers need to see, it's the Middle East, especially maybe the Cairo or Morocco or another things. For example, in my mind, it's unacceptable. Then, for example, in Harry Potter, nobody goes to Morocco or to Egypt. Why? Because if you go to Morocco or Egypt, the magic, the incredible things are even near you, not
Yeah,
only with PC or similar. So
yeah,
when I see your works, I see like there is a Blade Runner, but positive, not Blade Runner a little creepy or
yeah,
similar in the Middle East and in Islamic world because you do operas both for example Egypt. I see then what it
yeah,
was one of your first, but even for example I see Kokand, I see Shiraz one, I see
yeah,
Algiers.
yeah.
So you like,
It's actually based on the people request.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's good because the
yeah,
people needs this
yeah.
thing.
People need like to see hope. They need to see the light,
Yeah.
even through the art. And this is my job here. And wait a minute,
No problem.
yeah, this is my little bro.
سلام كله تمام.
الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
His name is Yasin.
pleasure to me.
قول
اهلا
لها
وسهلا.
اهلا اهلا وسهلا، قول له ازيك.
ازيك؟
انا
ياسين،
بخير الحمد لله.
حبيبي حبيبي. نروح اقول له شويه كده. Sorry for the interruption.
No
They
problem.
didn't know. If like, so yeah, uh, where we stop.
We stop about the hope maybe for a future, because when I see your artworks, it is like if I see something that, in this period a lot of Sufi pages do something similar, but the Sufi pages do something that, yeah, there is some point in common, but your art is different, because the Sufi pages are really good, of course, but they do all the time something like oniric a little. It is something like a dream. When I see your artworks, it is like I see something really more similar to, for example, Blade Runner, or something that is not completely a dream. It is something that, yeah,
Can actually happen.
yeah, could
Yeah,
happen in the future, maybe in a future with a lot of money, because your palaces are amazing,
yeah.
but
Thank you, bro.
they are
Yeah,
not.
like I told you before, like my inspire came from actually real art, like real places in Egypt. It started here, so it was based on this, and it's the same vision. Like when I imagined the art, or I typed the keywords, the artificial intelligence, you put the keywords, then it turns to these masterpieces. So yeah, but the thing is, the more you have like details and use like your vision more, the more creative it will be, and the more like you will get to the vision that was actually in your mind. So you have to use it like it's like a skill more. You feel me? So you have to try more and more. Of course, like the more you try, the more you will get better. So yeah, um, you're asking me about like it's like can happen. Yeah, of course. Like I'm not trying to make some. Yeah, for sure. Like for me, I'm trying my best first. The thing is, I'm trying to make it like a realistic vision. Like I'm trying to make it more uh, something can actually happen, like some new architecture. And actually, when you go to see like right now in this world, like if you go and see Dubai and see the Museum of the Future, like you will be amazed of what you can actually see there. It's way better than like my art. Like there's actually things in the present we live right now, like so shocking, and um, like architecture in Dubai, for example, and even Egypt is coming up next. Like cities, like the big capital city in Egypt, it will be the future. So I think um, very soon, like you will see my art in like reality very soon. I'm not saying all of it, like it does, and it's not necessarily to be all of it, but for sure you will see it. You will see it because it's based on reality. Actually, it's based on reality. So I wish, to give this hope for people, and um, to do as many as requests as I can to make people happy to see the vision or to see the art. Yes. So
And
yeah.
what is the artwork or opera then you prefer of the? What is your favorite your artwork? Your favorite artwork? Sorry, but my English it's
No,
maybe
it's
good, but
totally normal. I understand you. My favorite artwork, a great. We will go. Like for me, I love to go to the museums uh, and watch the art. Um, my favorite artwork is actually about my ancestors, like the ancient Egyptian.
Uh-huh.
The ancient Egyptian uh, is one of my favorite or my top favorite, and also the Islamic architecture in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, like Al Mu'izz Street is like well famous in Egypt. Like people came to Egypt to visit, and also the citadel of Salah ad-Din, if you know. Um, these places have like a big amount of art. Like you have to experience it one day. Like if you see the visuals, like I actually posted like some of them on my Instagram.
Yeah, in fact, in this moment,
Yeah. So
I
yeah, it left big impact on me,
I
and
am
yeah,
trying to show uh, your pages here. Let's see if it is good. Okay. Ah, wonderful. So the people can see your
this
artwork.
is actually based on like ancient Cairo, like I said before. And if you like have compared this to the Al Mu'izz Street,
Uh-huh.
you'll see that it's literally the same.
This one?
But, but this one especially, it's like old Cairo. If you went scroll down and see, like if you scroll down and
Uh-huh.
watch my old photograph, like it's not so old, like it was
Ah,
like
yeah, yeah. Your
you
old
will see
photos.
it's
Yeah.
so like the similarity. Yeah, you'll see. This is all art.
Uh-huh. I'm going to take the photograph. Then
Yeah,
you already said.
yeah.
Oh, here.
From here we start. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You see this? This is real. This is not art.
I know. In fact, I have a Turkish friend and do
Yeah,
a live to me also, and he said
scroll
that
down.
the
Yeah,
city he loves the most it was not Istanbul, that is normal, honestly, for Turkish people, but Cairo. In fact,
yeah.
he said
Cairo is
that,
so close. Yeah, to Turkey. Yeah, it's so close to
yeah,
Turkey. But
you know
Cairo
that,
have like very unique things that you won't see in Turkey. Like
yeah,
Cairo have very unique places. Scroll down, scroll down. I'll show you. Yeah, this. Wait.
wait,
You
stop.
see?
Okay,
Yeah, get up, get up.
here.
This reel gave me so
This is
with the
this is
blue. Yeah,
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 this one.
with
This
yeah,
is wonderful.
yeah. This one is one of my favorite, and it gave me a lot of this place, this mosque gave me a lot of inspiration, and like see it's even way better than my work, like, or it's way better. Like look, bro, they, they made this like 100 years ago. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is amazing, honestly.
yeah,
Especially the blue part, because it is like a sky, but for real it's like a sky. This is amazing. It's
yeah,
like you have the sky upon you, but you are in a mosque. Like yeah, for example, Harry Potter, this one.
yeah.
You know,
The,
the first chain in which they go to Hogwarts. This
yeah,
is the same. I say Harry Potter, but just because it is the first one, then it comes from my mind. But this one
yeah.
also,
You,
this,
you sound to love Harry Potter a lot.
yeah, they are truly amazing. But when I see your artworks, now let's
if,
stop.
if,
What?
yeah,
I will
scroll down.
go
Yeah,
down,
scroll down. Yeah, yeah.
down.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. See these places. See
Where?
this street. No. Yeah, you see
This
this?
one.
No, check out this reel. This is the pyramids actually.
Yeah.
this yeah. No, yeah, this reel,
Yeah.
this
No.
reel.
Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah, I understand that I need to go down, so I'm going down, but let's
yeah.
see
Let's
you.
focus on the art, right? If you want.
Exactly. Looking
So
for
yeah,
your artwork. Ah, this was your first one.
Yeah, this was Cairo.
Amazing.
It was like my first try, I think, or one of my first tries.
Wonder. Honestly, I have a friend and it is an artist, but I will put with a lot of more pleasure these artworks in my room than the artworks of my friend. No problem, Vico, non ti preoccupare, eccetera. Non sto scherzando, però you already know. Sorry, but they are
Yeah,
really
yeah.
amazing.
This one is close to the Citadel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is like
this,
a tell,
yeah.
yeah, it is like you go in imaginarium of like
This one, I actually one of the keywords was like ancient Egypt. I used like ancient Egypt, like mixed with the Islamic, uh, uh, you know, the
yeah,
Islamic civilization. So it was like a mix between ancient Egypt, like the pharaonic age um, and the Islamic era. So yeah, it's like mixing history together.
it's in
Yeah,
because it's like to see a city of the Central Asia, but with elements that are typical of Egypt, of course. But yeah, this is one of your first try.
yeah. This is one of my first.
A really good start, honestly. Really, really
Yeah,
good.
this actually the one that gave me the push to keep going. Like without these, I wouldn't even start, or I wouldn't even like keep going. Like I would just go to and keep going with like photographing and reels. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, and this one is actually a pyramid, a mosque in the shape of pyramid in the night.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like it's literally a mosque, but in the shape of a pyramid. So it's like mixing history.
Well, they are all amazing, honestly. I can stay for hours. And
So yeah,
honestly, when I see this thing,
I'm so thankful for the tool. To be honest, like the results are so great. And it's so close to what get in my mind. So I'm so thankful for this tool, and yeah, it's so crazy because this tool is just this is I think the first year using this kind of technology. I know they used it like before in the FBI. I know this for sure. Yeah, but this is like for general and for free. The beta version is for free, so anyone can use it. So yeah, anyone can be have like can have like his imagination in art. Yeah,
yeah,
and again, I'm saying I'm not an artist. I'm just
yeah.
using like skill. Yeah,
But seeing this, honestly, I continue to say then if I need to go to do a film, for example, this this one, they are the artworks of a really amazing film. In fact,
yeah,
one of the my biggest question it is with something like this, why you don't try to write a story? Because in my mind, this is if I can do a story, maybe in a reality such like this,
yeah.
honestly,
This is
you
like
will
a
be
psychedelic art.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, you will
psychedelic
try.
Cairo. It's mixing Cairo uh, with the Nile, and also like the pyramid, and it's like more like a psychedelic art, and the results was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they are like I don't know if you play to. There is a game called Magic the Gathering.
Asian,
Magic, Magic the Gathering. It's a card game.
like magic.
Yeah, it is a game, a trading card game.
Mm,
Magic the Gathering.
I never heard about it.
Oh yeah, because it is a card play, then
Mm,
have something really simillar.
it's so
In this,
similar to this art.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they start to, for example, write stories. And in my mind, if I can write a story, imagine this, wow, this
yeah,
one, for example,
yeah.
wow,
This one I actually was my friend imagination. I asked her to tell me in her about her imagination. So she told me this description, and I tried it, and this was the result, and she was so happy. So yeah, I'm glad to make her happy, and I actually posted it because I enjoyed it. So it's about the gates of time. It's like,
the-
yeah, you go there inside the gate, so you blow up in the universe, and you go through dimensions and travel through time.
yeah, they
It's
are,
so crazy. I have like the Van Gogh. I have used the Van Gogh style also.
yeah. What is Wango Yango?
Van Gogh is one of the most famous artists in the world. Like, you
Ah,
never
Van
heard of
Gogh,
him?
Van
Yeah, Van
Gogh,
Gogh.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Van Gogh.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. In
You can
fact,
see the Van Gogh. Yeah, for sure.
I see this in fact because
Yeah.
we can see,
This one is
especially
underrated, to
in
be
this
honest. Yeah,
in this one, for example,
yeah,
or this one, yeah. But they're amazing because it is something. Of course, you know, when somebody thinks to an artwork, for example, I repeat a lot of time, but when you see, for example, I want to see inspiration, I want to see something that inspired me and make me a story. This one, all of this one, wow, this one, for example, I think maybe it's like the elves of the Lord of the Rings go to pray.
yeah. It's more for me. It's like, you know, this is like the spiritual trip for me. Like, you go there inside the mosque, you forget about this world and just
Yeah,
relax.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
Muslim too, in fact
yeah.
they
You forget about everything and have a new beginning with yourself. Have
yeah,
a new beginning with your soul. This is me every time I go to the mosque, and this is like a feeling to me. This is the feel. This is the kind of feeling. I know it's kind of deep, but this is like the feeling I have inside. So I put it inside this artwork. You can see like the light in the end of the tunnel.
yeah,
You can see like the details. Like, it's called the Mashrabiya style. I actually have studied this in college, um, and this is also like the light coming to your heart. When you pray,
yeah,
the light. Yeah. So this is when you. Yeah. It's like more like a soulful art.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, your
Yeah.
beauty
And
is,
the results was great. Like more than I expected even. The
yeah,
AI, yeah, the AI is like great too, especially the mid journey. Yeah.
yeah. But you domesticate very well because honestly, yesterday I tried to do something. I tried to write Istanbul Futurism, but of course it's not like your one. It's something then honestly
Thank
inspire
you,
you in the
thank you.
soul.
I'm so thankful. This is
It's like
so great.
to see
Thank you.
Lord of the Rings, but in Islamic perspective. In fact, the beauties of your work is then there are something like this one that is
Yeah, this one is
something
underrated. You can see like it's only got like 50 likes. So it's so underrated.
that is
People
beautiful
didn't
too.
like it. Can you imagine like people didn't like this? No way.
You don't need to worry because honestly, I can repeat all the time all of your piece of art.
Thank you,
I
bro.
I
I
can
really appreciate it. Like, for real.
Yeah, I can have in my room and I will be really happy. For example, They are
Thank you.
something amazing because you do something really more like a fantasy, like this one before. That
Yeah,
is
it's
really
like a
spiritual.
psychedelic also. Yeah,
Yeah, this one honestly not a lot. Yeah, psychedelic. If you understand, in Italy we say psychedelic, for example, for something maybe, for example, uh, this one. Sorry, I
yeah,
do the wrong thing. This one
I
is more
know.
psychedelic than this in my mind
Yeah, this
because
is psychedelic. Yeah,
this is really more like a,
this is
when
like the spiritual trip. Yeah,
what?
like this one is like more like a spiritual trip.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like when you see, for example, uh, the Lord. I continue to see the Lord of the Rings, for example, but
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
because
Of
one,
course, the masterpiece, Lord of the Rings, and there's
yeah,
like a TV shows are playing right now, like for Game of Thrones and
yeah,
the Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
this it's like the dwarf houses, for example, with the light, with this one thing, then it seemed like trees, for example. So
yeah,
the light, they are.
yeah. I actually like have these keywords like, and the keywords are like light in the end of the tunnel. The style of the mashrabiyah, like it's called mashrabiyah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I and the results been great. Uh, so I'll tell you something. I saw like people like this kind of the spiritual. Oh, this one is one of the craziest, like
Yeah,
psychedelic Hagia Sophia. I wake up in the morning, yo, Hagia Sophia is the most famous like mosque in Turkey. So
uh-huh.
I say to myself, why don't you try to make like a psychedelic Hagia Sophia, or like a mix between psychedelic and soul trip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
the
amazing.
yeah, this one is underrated also.
Honestly, I think when I see something like this, I start to this one. Yeah, it's Istanbul, but the one before, I think honestly, in the first time, Andalusia.
Andalusia.
Yeah,
Actually, there is Andalusia also here. You'll
yeah,
see
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I see all your operas, but this one, honestly, no. This one, it's like Andalusia in my mind because I was in Istanbul, but Hagia Sophia, it's like this one, and this one also. The other
Yeah,
things,
I know. I know. I have seen Hagia Sophia. I know Hagia Sophia very well. And this is like a mix between Hagia Sophia and a psychedelic. More like the psychedelic won't show you Hagia Sophia itself, but it will have like share some a little bars, you know.
uh-huh,
But you will see like a little bars because the art itself is about more about psychedelic and going to a trip, you know.
uh-huh.
Yeah. By the way, I don't do any like psychedelic.
No problem.
Yeah, this one.
Now, now it's really
Yeah,
more to your actual style.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
trying, evolving and try to repeat and evolve
yeah.
here.
But now you have a style, honestly, because if we see your last operas, they are not really similar, but we see a connection. We see uh, a line, then collect everything, and a line then show you your style, because you say that you are not an artist, but honestly, okay, the AI, artificial intelligence, do maybe a really big part, but I can see your hand, there is. And in my opinion, when you start, even if you are, for example, I don't know, a mechanic of Formula Uno, okay, a mechanic of Ferrari, there
Mm.
is mechanic, and when somebody do a really good work, and you can understand that it's his work, in that moment you understand that it is an artist, because in my mind it's not only one the artist, it's not just the people then take a paint and start to paint something,
Yeah,
etc. Sorry for my bad English,
yeah,
but
yeah. I understand you very well. Yeah, keep
yeah,
going.
you are an artist, honestly, because the things that you do, nobody do something exactly like this. Okay, in this moment, there are some people that use the artificial intelligence, but the other people do something really different. You have a special trait, and again, I think then with something like this, in my mind, that there is maybe a people here that maybe have adventures. So I don't know, he can go to the Upper Egypt, for example, and see the tribes maybe connected to the stars. Of course, in this fantasy, I think then there is also Islam, because if you see, when we see something of sci-fi, honestly, there is no space for religions, okay? But in your artwork, the religion create his space. This is Cairo, because thing like
Yes,
this, I think
definitely.
I'll
This is
put
Cairo.
Ibn Tulun.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
the Citadel.
Uh-huh.
The Citadel. It's the world famous. This is the mosque of Muhammad Ali Pasha.
Oh, okay.
Use this mosque is, if you saw the pictures, it's so close to the pictures. I
Yeah.
actually pick up the pictures very well. Like I do like many tries, a lot of tries, and pick up the most perfect pictures and close to reality also.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's
I
also
see.
about choosing. Yeah.
I
Uh,
see.
you see that the moon, like I know this one is not so realistic, but yeah.
No problem. They are amazing, honest.
Wait a
In
minute.
fact,
Wait a minute.
no problem. Intanto che se n'è andato appunto per un attimo, continuo a farvi vedere i suoi lavori che sono veramente, veramente belli. Mi fermo un attimo su questo, poi appena ritorno. Eccolo qua.
You talking in Italiano? Okay.
Yeah, I talk in. If you understand, I can talk in Italian all the time.
Yeah, I know, but I know very well the language, the tone of the language. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Italians are honestly everybody understand and they are Italian. And I think it's not all the time a good thing, but honestly, people understand. Even in the Arabic world, I know then the people understand if somebody come from Egypt, because
yeah.
you are the only one then say El Heg, for example, or Galabia. Honestly, I like more Galabia than Jellaba. Jellaba is something, I don't know. Galabia, it's better. I don't know why, but I prefer honestly.
Yeah.
let's let's
So
continue a
yeah,
little our
this
travel.
one is more like Istanbul,
Yeah.
I think, with a psychedelic view, also with a spiritual trip, like a spiritual vibes. Like it's a mixture. You know, since this, I started to stick on the,
Uh-huh.
like use the same keywords and try to keep the same keywords, because I think I have found myself in this era. For
Yeah.
now, since this artwork, you will see like some kind of repetitive, but it's more like creative. Like you won't see the same picture, like you won't see the same art, but it's so close. In the same time, people here started to see my work and also started to ask me about to make like this work for this to their cities. So yeah,
Yeah.
I started to actually, yo, this is Marrakesh, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, great. This is my
wonderful.
favorite. This is one of my favorite actually,
This is
because I
wonderful.
really love Morocco, and inshallah I want to go there one day.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
I was been. Honestly, I never been in Egypt. I hope one day I will can. But I
Yeah,
can
for
the
sure.
last,
Yeah, I can be your tour guide, bro.
inshallah, with
Inshallah.
a really
Yeah,
good player. Of
yeah.
course.
I told you my major was tourism guidance. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can be like your tour guide. Don't worry.
Inshallah.
It's like a
Inshallah.
free trip. No worries.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
But the last travel that I did before the COVID, it was especially in Morocco, in Marrakesh. And
Yeah,
here I can see that it is really inspired because here the blue it's like the other
yeah,
blues,
bro.
but in
I
the
always like scroll up my Instagram. Like if you see my feed, my Instagram feed, like it's always like Moroccan pages, and you know I see a lot of Moroccan art,
yeah,
and it inspired me a lot. And I really want to go there because it's so rich, like Egypt. But first, I want to see Egypt first. Like first, I want to see my country, and then travel outside.
your country is Umm
My
Masr
country
Umm al
needs
Dunya.
weed. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, bro.
No, I know, but it's true. Honestly, it's really it's
This
really
one is
fun.
more like Indian, I think.
Yeah, this
Like
is
have
really more
the Taj
Indian.
Mahal, I think.
Yeah,
It's more like Indian, I think.
yeah, I know because in my
Yeah, I was
website
trying.
I talk about all the Islamic world. So from I say all the time from Morocco to Indonesia and from Siberia to the south in Tanzania. So a
MashaAllah.
little of this thing I also seen, but when you do the work, I know that all the direct all the live it's like oh you are really good, but it's true. Honestly, I see something like this, for example, every one of this one, I think then in my room
Yeah.
it
Here we
can be
go.
one.
Yeah.
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 In fact,
Andalusia, bro. The
you
thing
need to
you love.
sell this. You need to sell this. You need to go to do, for example, some.
Nah.
Yeah, because honestly, if somebody say, "Oh, do you want this in your room?" Just for example, I don't know, 50 euros. If I have, I I use it because I write
Yeah.
for job in this moment. So I
Yeah.
imagine
Thank
me
you. Thank you.
when
Thank
I
you.
need to create
You're
maybe a
so kind.
story.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so generous from you, and this is
Yeah,
such a kindness from you.
but I'm not
And yeah.
people then say to all the people, "Oh, you're amazing, you're amazing." Of course, I say, but not all
You
the
you
time.
you you say what you see,
Yeah,
without any like. Yeah, I know what you mean. Of course. Yeah. And I'm so thankful for this. And this is so kind from you. Like really. And yeah, this
thank
one was like one of my favorite. Also, the story. I was texting my friend, and she was telling me, "Yeah, you're doing a great job." And we like have like a conversation before about Andalusia and the history and how the Muslims one day was so um, open-minded in this world. Like they controlled this world with science and religion, of course, first of all. And
you.
like the Islamic world, like was so powerful back then. So I was like, oh, I remember this conversation. I was like, oh, maybe one day it will come back. Maybe, who knows? So,
Inshallah.
inshallah. So I said to myself, "Mm, let's take a trip to the future. How it's gonna be?" So yeah, this was the results.
I think then your next passage, it could be. I honestly are really repetitive people. I'm sorry, person, but I think then you can start to with your friend, for example, to start to imagine a story because I repeat all the time. But for example, here, if I don't know, maybe there is
Yeah, I
a
will be
comic.
honest. I'm not powerful with like writing captions. This is one of my like. I'm not so powerful. And
Wow.
I when I do the art, when I make the art, I be so in rush to share it. Oh my god, I've like it's like finding gold. Like share it. It's for me. Like I don't take time to write a story or take time. Even though I have the story, like even though I still have the story, but I be in a rush. I sometimes I don't have patience. I be in a
Yeah.
rush. Yeah, go,
But
like go, just go. You feel me?
but it's really easy with some picture like this to create
Yeah,
something because, for example, if I see this one in a video game or in another place, I start to think, wow, what is this thing? Where it's coming, and what is about? I don't know. Sorry, in English. What is his material? Why it is like this, etc. So just like this, for example, if you want, I can write stories for you because here it is really inspiring. It
yeah,
is something that you just need to create a beautiful character, and you can write about everything. Honestly, wow, this one. But let's see this one too. This one too. This one
thank
is
you.
like Star Wars.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
It's more like a futuristic view.
Yeah.
Like yeah, this is like Cairo, I think. Yeah.
Wonderful. But I have a question for you because
Sure,
uh,
sure, go ahead.
just two things. Honestly, I didn't see a lot
Yeah,
in your artworks because I think then you do a lot of cities that are truly wonderful. This one or the other, etc. But I think then one of the most interesting places that are usually in, for example, Middle East more than in Europe. It is the desert, for example. In fact, I would like to see, for example, a futuristic Tuareg because the cities you this one it's something really amazing. This one, this
yeah.
is
This is like
about Hunza.
Pakistan, I think.
I know Hunza.
Yeah,
Hunza people is really near to Himalaya, but
yeah.
if you do something even for example in the desert, because in my mind I all the time I know that is a strange question, but all the time I think about maybe a futuristic Tuareg. How could it be? Because in the desert everything is the same since the start of the times or similar, but it could be really interesting to see how could be, for example, a Tuareg, how could be the oasis in the desert. Maybe there are more trees, for example, with beautiful colors, or maybe there is something more mechanic. I don't know.
Yeah,
It could be
definitely,
really
bro. Like,
interesting.
send me, I will make it for you.
Of course.
Easy.
And also, I see
Yeah,
that in your art there is a lot of Persian, Arab, for example, Indian, but the Turkish one. There is also I see that and there also some then there is also something about Turkish people, but I would be really curious, for example, to see something from Xinjiang, the region in
Xinjiang,
China, where
China.
there
Oh,
is
all right. Great.
Uyghurs,
Yeah,
for example,
definitely, definitely, I will make it. Like,
or
bro, I never like.
Siberia.
I'm willing to work more, like for real. Like,
Yeah, because
for sure, inshallah. Yeah.
there are nomads, but nomads in the ice, but like Turkish. So it could be something interesting. Also,
Yeah.
Mongolia. Mongolian comes even to Egypt. I don't know if it is something good or not, but even Mongolian come from Egypt, so it could be
Yeah.
interesting maybe to do their
You
travel.
know.
I know it's complicated, but
Yeah. Uh,
how amazing could
about this
be.
part. Yeah. About this part you're talking about, making like Shanghai or China. Actually, there's like an app where I practice my English. So I met uh, people from all over the world. So when they talk to me about their culture, I actually like put the vision in my mind. So I can recreate it into art. So yeah, I'm actually working in it. No worries.
Wow. I
So
completely
like there's like some apps you can like practice the English. I meet like people from China, from India, from many places over the world. So I actually have them like friends, like and they tell me about their culture. They tell me about the people there, how they live, how the vibes over there, even the weather, like even the time difference. They tell me many details, and I save these details so and watch like the cities there in like Google or like Pinterest or any app, and then I try to use it like and like turn it to the mid journey magic, and then you see the results here.
yeah, they are really
Yeah,
good the results. And I have
yeah,
just only one question again.
yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead. Yeah,
why
sure.
you don't sell your operas? Because I, you know, uh, in my mind there are people then just for one of your album
Yeah,
with your operas or
yeah,
even for
yeah,
a
yeah.
paint like
I,
this.
I don't have time to open the story yet. Um, my focus right now is like making the art, not on selling, because when you have the passion for something or the passion, it's like having like when you was a children or you were a children and you have like a new toy, you keep playing with this toy and you just don't feel yourself, like you don't feel the time, you don't feel anything, you just keep playing with the toy until you get bored of the toy. So so hopefully I'm not gonna get bored. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's the same thing, like it's about passion more. um for me, I really wish I can like start like I actually had like people came to me and told me where we can sell buy your art. And for myself, I still don't have a store yet. So of course this needs like a lot of focus and a lot of time, a lot of energy. So yeah, I would like to have like maybe some help out from my friends, maybe like they can help me outside, because I'm not so like familiar with this you know
Yeah,
stores thing, like.
but
But
you
for sure
need to do
I
it,
will try to make it, yeah, sure.
because you are really good artist. I continue to say,
thank thank
and
you, thank you.
a good artist need to do this for the life. I think because of course you are really good.
Yeah, and
Even
people
I
actually ask me, yeah, if you
yeah
go to the comment in the post, you'll see people ask me, um I how we can print these masterpieces, how we can like, they keep asking me. And for me, my focus is more in making the art. I'm not so focused with making like the sellings right now.
yeah
So yeah, I'm more focused. Have like focus to no. I have like tons of requests to make like cities, a lot of cities. Like I still like haven't make it yet. So yeah, right now
yeah
I'm looking up. If you see my two last posts, you will see like a big difference. I started to add people, and you'll see like today I was like,
yeah I
oh,
see
today's
this too.
Friday. Yeah, today's Friday.
Uh-huh. Tomorrow.
I was thinking like, yo, we gathered today, and have a gathering. Uh,
Yeah,
so this was like the results, and it was insane, like so insane.
yeah. This is honestly one of your best art because
Yeah, this is
here
yeah one of the
you
best. Yeah,
understand
for
the
sure.
Ummah.
And I think the more you try, the more you get better, the more you improve.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
but it's really good
This
start.
one is
I
so
continue to
yeah,
repeat. in the
Slide
future,
left, slide left,
if
slide left,
you
slide.
will became wow, I think that in the future you will work for video games,
Yeah,
because how amazing it's play something like this. And in this special moment in which, for example, I don't know in Egypt, but in Italy, for example, there is the series Mo that is derived to from Rami. It's one of the biggest series in this moment in the
yeah, I
entire.
have seen it.
You
I
are
have
already
seen it.
seen. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
no worries.
amazing. And in this period, I'm happy because, of course, in Italy, in Italy, it's not a good period for Islamic people, for Muslim, except from
Yeah,
because wins the far right in Italy. But in the entire world, the people start to understand and start to discover the Islamic world, and your work start to make it in the people the idea that we are not just the past, we are even the future. Because all the people
definitely.
when you say something about the Middle East, it say, oh yeah, it's in distant past, maybe in the past, I don't understand because Europe it's better. But in this moment they start to understand then how it was reach the Middle East, how it was reach Muslim war. And I think then something like this, it's something then all the people need, because you
Yeah,
represent the idea of a really true Islamic futurism in any kind of way. But this is the Islamic futurist, and I think especially in Egypt, because I read a lot of Egyptian books. Sorry, and in Egypt, in Cairo, I know then it is one of the most interesting place for something like this, because I know that Cairo has its problems. Okay, everybody knows, but the creativity of Cairo, it's unique in the entire Arab and Muslim
definitely,
world, I think.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
You
We have
are the
here like great
avant-garde.
minds.
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
the
Egypt,
avant-garde.
Egypt have great minds, great minds, great minds. Trust me, the people here have like so great minds. But the thing is, unfortunately, not all of us have that currently or the chances to improve themselves. But they still have like great minds. But no one is helping. No one is giving hope to them. So yeah, eventually they get depressed or they lost the passion. Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, I didn't lost it yet.
of course. You need to keep, because honestly, if you continue like this, you will become a really great artist, and artist with the
Yeah.
big M.
Inshallah, bro.
Okay, inshallah.
Inshallah, bro.
Now
Inshallah, bro.
I had finished my question, and honestly, I'm going to dinner now. So I say goodbye, and
Yeah.
it was a really big pleasure. I hope maybe in the
Thank
future
you.
we can do again. And for anything, let just ask me, and I will happy to answer to you and help you, because you need to help.
Definitely, it was
It's something amazing.
definitely
This.
it was great talking with you. Like you're so kind, and definitely send me the thing like the imagination you have, and I will try to make it very soon.
Inshallah.
And yeah, it was like so great talking with you, and I'm so happy. And thank you for your generous and kindness. I'm so happy to talk with you. Yeah. I'm
Jazakallah
so
khairan.
happy for this podcast. Yeah, thank you.
Jazakallah khairan.
Have a great day and a great night. I think it's night. We have like the same time. It's like
Yeah,
10 p.m. Yeah,
me too.
yeah. I mean, like Naples and Egypt are so close. Yeah, yeah,
Nepal and Egypt, they are the same thing.
yeah. So yeah.